GSL.
Welcome back to GSL Code A. I'm Tasteless, with me is Wolf. And we're going to go on to have the winners match here and see who's going to be the first to escape this group, Group D.
Yep, D for, actually that was...
D for Dominoes, right?
D for Dastardly.
Dastardly. D for Daredevil. D for Donuts.
D for Dog.
I don't know where we're going with this, man. We're up to a bad start.
All right, Frost is map 1 for these two Protosses. One of these two, which I actually originally looking at this group did not expect either of them to get out. One of these two is going to make it out, and Frost for our first Frost map means we're probably going to see a longer PvP before we go into the other counter picks.
Yeah. Paralyze has got fantastic PvT late game, but that doesn't mean he's going to do that here PvP necessarily. YongHwa, look, he won that series. He deserved to win it, but that was a bumpy ride there for him.
Yeah, it was a bit of a sloppy series by both players.
Let's see if he can close it out here. And again, it looks like our map's actually just now loaded up. So get ready for our third best of 3 here to see who's going to be first to get out of this group here. In Group D, Paralyze up against YongHwa here at GOMTV GSL Code A. And now over here in the upper left,
Paralyze.
And of course our opponent over here in the top right in the red, he's known as
YongHwa.
okay, so they're both sharing the top.
yes.
Let's see if we have any action early on here. So many different ways to play PvP. It's a very versatile matchup. It's one of the reasons why we tend to see... Is he... What?
What is this?
What the hell? This is a strategy? Oh, okay, I didn't see the pylon.
Okay, he's
what?
going to cannon rush. Okay. So he's basically... The thing is,
I didn't see the pylon. I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
Here's what's okay about this, because he does the forge late, and it's not going to be scouted because it's a 4-player map, so if he loses the probes, at least he gained extra minerals than you would have normally in a cannon rush, and the timing isn't as important as it is on a 2-player map, so I think this is actually fine.
We don't see cannon rushes like this where they fork out 3 probes.
This is a really good map for cannon.
It's a lot of minerals he's not mining by having these workers out here, the 2 at the bottom. Now let's see if the cannon rush actually works out. 1 pylon, 2 pylons, and 3. And this is really bad here.
Now let's see how he responds. He might just mine 400 and move. We've seen this a lot.
Well, I think the fact that he's attacking here means he's pretty much committed to...
I don't think it's going to work.
Okay, there we go. I was going to say he has room to get another pylon over there, and he actually can make another cannon here. There we go.
This is just, he's not going to break through. Absolutely not. I mean, you know what I mean? Like this.
No,
just,
I mean, there's really not much else he can do. This is just...
He's going to cancel that second pylon, I think, too. Well, actually, not with his out there. He's gonna need that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was a cannon making there.
Well, that's a second cannon there now. And where are the rest of his probes? He didn't actually send them over. He sent them home.
I think the YongHwa's actually going to lose this cannon rush.
He didn't actually send any other probes over. Well, here's another cannon. Okay, no, he does have 2 probes in here. I was getting confused. Okay.
Is that?
Yeah, that's 2 of his own probes.
No, he still gets the zealots over here. No, he loses this. This is just does not work.
Nope.
Wow, well, this is embarrassing.
I can't believe he's even going to, like, no offense, but, like, make us watch the rest of this game. Like, he's going to make a gateway in the
I better catch up. I don't have a gateway.
Yeah.
Better get some of that gas, too. Those are good.
What is he going to try to wall it off again?
When I see cannon rushes like this, I almost always assume they're just going to win. because it must take such confidence and such an incredible amount of practice
I think
to go into this. I mean, you don't wing it with a cannon rush.
That pylon that you thought was a cannon, I think should have been a cannon. I don't know if he'd had the resources or like if it wasn't going to finish.
I just assumed that had to have been a cannon by the way it was placed, but
this one stalker could actually basically end the game. It's like making a cannon in this mineral line.
It's like, oh god, I got to get another cannon out here. Let's get my cybernetics core up so I could still be behind in the stalker count.
This is what my failed cannon rushes look like when I'm like trying to get my MMR back up high, and I'm like, well, I'm so much better than him. I can still win, and I'm going to make a cannon at home, and he's going to do something stupid. But this is not going to happen at the pro level. At the winners match, the GSL Code A, it's just not going to happen. He doesn't have a core yet. This is just a numbers game. When the I don't even know why he's making a Stargate. He's like going to harass him. Like, no, just win the game.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different ways he can close this out from here. The Stargate's a little bit less predictable.
I guess that's a good way to put it. But I mean, look at this Stalker is just going to start denying gas mining.
Oh, careful. Stalker again can be just microed endlessly against the Zealot. And now you can go up here and start hitting these probes. This sucks for YongHwa. This is like painful. This is like a nightmare game.
Yeah, I mean it's just one of those games too that like he's chosen to play out.
So he's going to Chrono Boost out an Oracle here. I think under the hopes that he can just get so many probes, such an unbelievable number of probes. Kind of an interesting response though from Paralyze to go like this route. I thought he would have just get a bunch of gates since he has a gateway
I mean, if
lead.
he goes like 3 gates, he cannot lose the game. Also, it's funny that he makes the Oracle instead of like a Voidery after he already saw that there's a cannon in the main base in the mineral line, plus the Stalkers.
Well,
by the time it gets
I guess he's afraid of the Nexus cannon, excuse me.
I mean, this is just like not going to do any damage.
Paralyze is still in the lead anyways, but it just seems like this is a remarkably technical way to follow this up. But let's see how this plays out. I mean, he gets an Oracle. He will get kills on the workers no matter what. That is an Oracle. That's what it does.
Oh.
Unless that, oh wow, that happened. Well, let me tell you something. I'm still going to stick with my words. You should at least get a kill with an Oracle no matter what.
I'm like, maybe God is real and he's looking out for YongHwa.
Yeah, man, maybe an angel shoved the probe out of the way.
What is happening, man? This is like angels in the outfield that we're watching.
Yeah, man. If you build it, they will come. He's like, build a forge and cannon rush? Are you kidding me? The angels are going to come after that?
George Knox.
Well, I do believe in miracles here. Wow.
Well, I mean, actually, Tasus, I feel like YongHwa is still slightly behind. He spent a lot of resources on things he didn't need.
Yeah, I mean, Paralyze made this Oracle. I mean, it's still alive, which is great, but
I just don't even understand this choice. This is like, can you cut this duct tape for me? Like, no, hold on, I need golden scissors. Let me go, like, get that, and then I'll cut the tape. Like, it's just like the game is over, you know, end it, and then he's like, I'll execute him with, like, the rarest steel from the tallest mountain.
What's funny, yeah, I'll get Valerian steel and kill him that way. Well, what's funny about it, really, is that it would seem to me that it's straightforward, right? He has no tech. In fact,
his warp gate research is so far behind.
Look at how many minerals YongHwa lost making stuff that didn't do enough, I would say. Now, Blink finishes for both players at the same time.
I mean, I never thought I would see the day where a player makes like 4 pylons and cancels 2 cannons and loses a cannon and kills nothing and then still is able to stay.
He's like,
even
no, I got
supply.
this. Yeah,
and
I can
have
ride
a
these waves.
Nexus, have Blink at the same time as his opponent. The only thing he's missing is a robotics.
No, he's got a robotics, doesn't he?
Oh, he does? Okay.
Wait. Well, Paralyze?
No, YongHwa is missing the robotics.
YongHwa's got a robotics, I believe.
Yeah, you're right.
Actually, he's got an observer out, yeah.
Sorry, oops. So, okay, he's even got that. The only thing he's missing is an Oracle, excuse me.
He needs his own Oracle to get over there and not get kills.
I'm actually shocked by this Tasus. I mean, looking back, if he goes in there, the Cybernetics score is so late that the Stalker count is worse. That's why that Stalker was able to like kill probes or attack them. Then he has no warp gates. He doesn't have enough money to have extra gates. If he wants to build a mothership core to defend that, that's going to be a lot of gas spent, which means even less Stalkers. I think Paralyze is still in a great spot, but we could be like halfway through game 2 right now.
No, exactly. I don't know, man. That was just a weird pick.
Players do this sometimes. especially Kessa players, they're like, no, wait, I'm ahead,
you know,
but like, I could just kill him, but I'll make an Oracle for some reason.
Well, I mean, here's the other thing is that because the cannon rushes are not as common to practice against, right? You have to think on your feet. He might have thought maybe he's more behind than he actually is.
Yeah.
Especially when you get to this caliber of play, people don't tend to cannon rush each other. That's why sometimes you can pull a fast one on your opponent.
Especially on a map
early
like this,
on.
You'd never expect that. I think maybe he also thought like he lost more mining time than he did with the probes or something. I don't know.
Because he's tagged the buildings now, just to keep an eye on what the tech tree is.
Yeah, he's
around there.
It's really hard to actually hide your tech when you get tagged like that.
Don't do this, YongHwa. This is a mistake. He's going to back up. I mean, really, when you see the Nexus cannon up there and ample amount of stalkers, you do have to back off. Now, Paralyze is getting Immortals, and that's really what we want to watch for, since Immortals dominate when large stalkers are incorporated.
Yeah. Both players have Blink, don't forget.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to utilize that. If he turns around to try to fight here, even with a better stalker count, the Guardian Shield plus that Immortal is going to give him a headache. Gets out of there. Oracle's on its way home. Probably going to tag this, if he can get all of it. Oh! There it is.
Nicely done.
Actually, might still lose that. Nope, not quite. Oh, he's actually going to maybe come over and try to intercept this because he can see all of them.
Yeah, that's a smart move. I think he's taking out a pylon up there now.
Yeah.
So just keeping map control. He's getting the +1 attack finished up. +2 here for YongHwa, by the way. And the Zealot legs here for Paralyze.
Wow, he's actually going to start getting kills now. That's so funny. 4 kills. His Oracle has paid off now, eventually.
Yeah.
Quite nicely. Some hesitation there on whether or not he should actually go and try to get any more than 4.
More gates coming down now. And it looks like we're going to have a 2-base timing here from Paralyze. I think he's concluded that, yeah, he's pretty much ahead. Even though this is actually much more even than he might realize. Again, tempo really gets screwed up when one guy cannon rushes you.
Yeah.
Because every time you hold off a cannon rush, you end up with different results on both sides for minerals. But it looks like he's confident that, you know what, YongHwa in the last few games has been very eager to get up additional expansions, going to late game. Paralyze perhaps hoping that he can just deny him that right away. However, here for YongHwa, we seem to have the same story. He's going to get the Templar Archives, he's going to get more gateways, and he's going to power up.
If YongHwa wins this game, man, I don't know how I'm going to feel. It's pretty crazy. Like, he's actually been able to... I don't want to say he's been able to stabilize. That Paralyze has allowed him to stabilize like this.
Well, it's funny because I'm fairly certain that when the cannon rush from YongHwa probably was in his booth going, oh, God damn it.
Yeah, he's
right,
probably like...
I opened up with that. I played so well in the last series, and now I'm screwed. And then, the curious moment happens when, of all the units, yeah, an Oracle coming in there to hit a base that already has a cannon there.
Yeah.
And a Stalker.
And he saw the cannon.
Yeah,
it's not like he didn't see the cannon. He was like, no, I'm still going to make this Oracle. If he made a Void Ray, he probably could have ended the game because he has that huge tech advantage over his opponent.
You're right. It's not like he tried to ninja a cannon at the ramp and then tech up from there, in which case, aha, Oracle.
Yeah.
Now you try to deal with this. So both players are taking a third base now.
If Paralyze engages into this is how he loses the game. I mean, he might still win it, but like he needs to be very careful. It's not like he has a huge lead. Actually, he's down in army supply right now. Yeah, that's right. I said that. Like, he's down in army supply against YongHwa here. And YongHwa gets a time warp. Oh my God, Taze. Guardian Shield on all of YongHwa's army. Does he have enough, though? That Archon is stuck at the back.
Yeah, I was going to say, and 2 more Archons also going to be stuck at the back here for the majority of this battle. Blinking back, nice move there to allow that Archon to do the damage it needs to do.
Yeah, I think he still has enough Paralyze, that is, to chase this
Paralyze
down.
is in good shape with the 4 Archons over here. That's a pretty strong damage battery. In fact, the army positioning is absolutely perfect here for Paralyze. He's going to go ahead and get that Warp Prism, continue to chase him back.
And, I mean, even with the range on the Stalkers, the Archons just tank too much. There's that time warp finally for Paralyze, and a second one as well. And I think that's going to be all she wrote. He's going to be able to get this Nexus easily. His own third is up at home. And a game that could have been ended much faster. Now finally
a win, though, is a win.
A win is a win, man.
Nicely done by Paralyze, despite the wonky start here. The Immortals alone chasing the Stalkers back, while the rest of Paralyze's army heads up northbound to try to take out the second base, which would be the killing blow.
Yeah, Stalker's
Stay
down there.
out.
Get
Yeah.
out of here, man.
GG. We're going to go on to game number 2 now after a very peculiar game number 1. Paralyze probably feeling primed to get out of this group. YongHwa, I wish we had time to question him after the show and figure out what exactly was the story with that cannon rush, because that seemed like the second. Remember, I thought it was a cannon right below the initial cannon.
Yeah.
That was a pylon, which seemed weird.
I mean, it has more hit points, but like he still needed more damage there because the cannon rush is slowed because he sent 3 probes out and the timing was late on the forge for a normal cannon rush. I wonder how YongHwa feels right now, because actually, like, he might be feeling like, wow, like I cannon rushed and it failed, and I still like almost, you know, did okay in that game. Like, what if I just play a normal game? I think I'd probably have a pretty good chance here.
Well, cannon rushes are just. I mean, honestly, a lot of people are like, "Oh, this is so lame," but really, I mean, occasionally you can.
It's very technical.
Trick your opponent, but that cannon rush. Maybe it works better in other starting locations on the map because it just seemed like haphazard there.
Yeah.
It might have been a bit of a gamble. Like maybe he knows he could probably win it if his opponent's at the bottom.